Hello?
Thank you very much, Pete. Thank you.
Hello, Dad. This is Pete speaking to you from the heart of the Hollywood Hills here on the Jane Mansfield Memorial balcony. Jane had her famed love affair with a starfish. Now, I can't fill in on the details of that because it would be unfair to Jane and unfair to the starfish. However, as you can well imagine, since I have become a Hollywood Big E, I've had to shave off my moustache for tax purposes. Hence the rugged, clean-cut look you see before you now. I have very little time because my business managers of the Harvey Rosenblaum agency are huddling at this very moment, preparing me for my Vegas debut. I want to give you, Dad, a warm welcome to the London celebrity audience who are gathered in this auspicious auditorium to grill you or parboil you. And I hope that you, the Dagenham Girl Pipers, and all who are near and dear to you get a wonderful evening out of this, and all things start on the back.
Lovely girls. Thank you, girls. As you know, the radio mic's been off. Not like Preparation H, but as you know, this is a sort of an audience participation show, sort of cross between Any Questions and the Nuremberg Rally. So I'm prepared to tell you everything of intimacy about myself, except possibly my height and other, rather personal things. So I'm relying on you, really. This is not my program, this is yours. So, can I have a question? Is anybody... Bernard. My old tutor, or rather my tutor ancien.
Dudley. When you were interviewed on the media, which you have been several times in the last few years, you tend to say that you were always unhappy when you were at Oxford. Was it my fault, Dad?
It was all your fault, Bernard. Listen, man, get close up to this man.
I mean, all this group therapy and stuff. Do you blame me?
No.
Sure?
No. You have made an entrance, I believe, a few times. I must explain. Bernard Rose, Dr. Rose, is. Did you retire?
Just yeah.
This year, wasn't it?
Just now, yeah.
From Magdalen College, Oxford, where I was organ scholar for my sins in 1954. And, no, I was very unhappy. Very depressed and with a general sort of sense of doom. And
I don't believe you, you know.
It's true.
No, I don't believe you, Dudley. You had a jolly good time there, and you...
Yeah, but just because I had a jolly good time didn't mean to say I was happy. I must show you something, actually.
Look, Dudley.
I found it
Play something.
Pardon?
Play something.
Oh, I was just passing... Well... Oh, I will, but I just want to show you something really rather daft that I framed because I found it amongst some old music. But it was one of my old compositions, which I thought was very significant. And it was called Anxiety. Well, it's all right, anyway. Yes. Well, I don't quite know what to play at this juncture, what would seem appropriate. Dieting, did you say? Oh, Anxiety. Oh, I think I know that one off by heart. It goes like this. It's titled, not titled, the directions are Misterioso, Sostenuto, Adagio, which of course Anxiety always is. Oh, I went to the middle there, almost. And of course the theme comes in. Then of course, counter theme. I mean, what a household I must have lived in. Then this sort of dribbles away a little bit. Like most things did at that age. Then, of course, the obsessive... And after that, I didn't know where to go. What do I talk about now?
You heard that?
Oh, hello, Lou.
Hello, how are you?
Are you
don't
coming
mind
out
if I
here,
come
are you,
down to
dear?
I just brought my music with me.
Oh, you brought in...
Just a little number we did about 10 years ago.
10 years.
Or something.
Yes. Yes, this is rather... I think this is actually
Cute
rather...
little song.
Probably a bit too sophisticated, don't you think, for this audience?
Do you think so?
Maybe.
Well, let's try. Why
we'll
don't
try.
we?
Yes, absolutely super. I mean, it's totally off the cuff.
Totally.
Totally off the cuff. Would you like to sit down? Oh, very funny.
I think I might have to
We
say.
have a fact. You might have to say. Yeah. This is the levitation element of the show.
Why don't I stand?
Yeah, why don't you, dear? I'll tell you. Right. This is actually, yes, it's an old music hall song.
I love this song, and Dudley threw it at me one night before we did the show, I think. Probably half an hour before the show. And I didn't know it, when we did the show, and we had a good old laugh,
Yes.
Everybody else hated it, but
Yes.
we loved it.
It'll be probably...
And it's just going to be the same tonight.
Much the same tonight. Oh, I think somebody trying to tell us something. Could we have a bit of camera tape?
What are you...
Rolf!
Oh!
The...
Mr. Fitz-it!
Yes, it needed a pro here, you see.
What a good idea.
Yeah, bit of yellow tape here.
I'm
you
not
see.
all there, it says.
If it's not painting, it's coloured tape. That's right. Well, don't go mad, mate.
No, that's Except he's pretty.
Just covered all the words up now. Never mind.
See, oh.
No, no.
Lovely little number. Go on, hurry up. Where have you...
I'm the softest guy around the town.
No.
Yes. People say I'm Rocky in the Crown.
Yeah?
Doing odd jobs don't get folks a fortune in a hurry. I've got my own ideas on that, so I should worry.
Just because I've never been to school,
Oh, yes.
I'm looked upon as nothing but a fool.
Really?
Yeah. But being wise like other folk, I found it didn't pay. So I simply take no notice when they say
We're not all there. There's something missing. We're not all there. So the folks declare. They call us Looby, Looby, nothing but a great big booby. Point and say that's where you want it, and that's just where we got it. We know they think we're slow, but let them think, oh, we don't care.
Courting couples in the park on any night you'll find. If you stare, they break away, cause love's not always blind. But they let me stand and watch them, cause they really don't mind. Cause they think that I'm really not there.
Right, yes, same as me. Oh, fellows, got the harmony wrong. Fellows kissing other fellows, girls are in for it.
What?
Yeah. Got 10 to 1, there'll be a fight and someone will get it. But when I kiss other fellows, girls, they never mind a bit. Cause I'm not supposed to be all there. Yes, I'm not supposed to be all there. Oh, yes! Very important. Thank you, Lulu. She almost lost her bag there. Thank you, Rolf, for a most impressive piece of surgery. Yes.
Well, the show is being taped, isn't it?
Oh! Yes, thank you very much indeed. Right.
Mr. Moore,
Yes, sir.
you've played opposite Bo Derek and Raquel Welch and other leading American intellectuals. Was there anything you were able to teach them? I mean, in your position as a sophisticated mature European male?
You naughty Australian person, you. Well, I don't know. They're sort of naturals, aren't they, really? It was hard to... No. I'm not doing very well with this. I don't think I taught them anything. Doing sex scenes, if that's what you mean. That's what you mean.
That's it.
Well, that's very difficult. I must say there's something very unerotic about doing sex scenes with naked women with tons of people in front of you. It's really the most disappointing thing in the world. I remember when I was doing Bedazzled, and I had a tremendous crush on Eleanor Bron. You here tonight, Eleanor? Oh! And we had a scene in the back of a car where we had to sort of just roll all over each other and stuff. And it was very... well, you know what I mean. Roll around. And not stuff. But... that John Wells is very quick, you know. He's very quick. And it was very disappointing. We both felt very depressed afterwards. There's something... Because, you know, all the foreplay goes out of the window. It was the same with Beau, you know. Luckily John wasn't around, but it is very strange, you know. And the first time I was naked in 10 was when we were doing an orgy scene when I had to... I get very drunk and I join the party across the way where everybody is nude. And they had a lot of porno people there. And so that they wouldn't get embarrassed by the nudity. And there was one marvellous piece of miscommunication where Blake Edwards was trying to line up a shot and there was this bloke lying down like this. And he couldn't quite get it. He wanted the man to sit up, you know, a little bit. But he said to the assistant, he said, tell him, make him sit up. It was quite an amusing thing, you know. I mean, in the open air in Beverly Hills. But then I dropped my drawers, and it was a very traumatic moment, you know. I didn't feel I was cosmetically prepared for this moment. It was a very, very cold day. And I'm not Jewish, and the cameraman fell down, laughing.
Certain types of role.
What?
So you were talking about certain types of role, playing certain role types. When you go to Arthur, which has been an enormous success in America already, you do play a rich alcoholic.
Yeah. No, he's not an alcoholic. I don't think... Well, can I just say what I feel? I think he's a bloke who drinks a hell of a lot. But I wouldn't call him an alcoholic because I feel he can give it up at any moment. I mean, people, funny enough, now only once or twice has the idea of him being an alcoholic come up. And I felt, no, he's not an alcoholic. He's just a bloke who really loves to have a great time. I feel I'm like that. I love to have a great time and laugh a lot. Not necessarily get as drunk as he does.
If I was a bird...
Oh, no.
And you really...
No, I wouldn't.
If you really fancied me, what sort of music would you play to put me in the mood?
Depends what mood. What would I play? Oh, I don't know. Oh, God. Vaguely nostalgic, you know. Let's just say I'm a poet, you know. Bit of yearning, you know. No direct eye contact at this moment. Just a general... That's always a good phrase, that. And you sort of smile coyly, you know. And you say, yes, I will have another glass of tab. That repetition gives hints of things to come. And a bit of blues, you know. Just to show you're not all wishy-washy, you know. You know, so if she wants any strife, she'll get it, you know. and then into the rhythm. You know, the right hand off a bit, while the left hand's a bit persistent, you know. If you can work it, switch on the cassette now and let that take over.
Can I ask you, when did you first begin to play the piano seriously?
I started the piano when I was about 6, and I found some of the old music the other day, which I put in this high-class fruiter and greengrocer bag from Good Maze, and I found some of the old pieces that I used to play, including, where are we? Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, Dance of the Midgets. There was a sort of, sort of thematic thing here, and there's an old nursery rhyme book which I used to love to look at, never used to play. Now I found some of my early compositions, which were really rather spectacular, generally consisting of a few castrated bars, and this one is called Caprice. It lasts for 3 bars and goes, which you know. And then there's another intro. Then it stops. It was all... music was to interrupt us, really, at the time. Then a carol, actually a carol I wrote when I was about... Oh, my precious manuscript! A carol I wrote when I was about 12. I won a prize, actually, at Stratford Music Festival. Listen, it goes, rejoice and be merry in songs and in mirth. Can't remember the rest of the words. It's very boring, goes on much that way. And then on the other side, no, a few sketches, a few dissected genitals, and then another interesting piece. And then suddenly I'm finished. And then there was the sort of the barren years. Obviously, nothing really happened. Leading up, of course, to the masterpiece which I showed you earlier on in the programme, Anxiety. Anyway, those were the early years. But I got very interested in jazz music because it seemed to be the thing that was more interesting for young people. If you played a bit of Beethoven, it didn't really sort of have the same effect as, you know, an apple for the teacher or something like that. I remember going on the back of a lorry about the age of 12 with this group. There was a bloke who told jokes, and then there was this girl, and she used to dance, and I used to play the piano, and there was this tremendous yearning going on, but nothing really happening. And then I remember going up to Ilford to the little shop there in the main road and buying a lot of Shearing, Good to the Last Bop, Look and Listen, and things like that. And then when I was about 16, heard my first Errol Garner record, which really influenced me more than anything else. And I tried to play like him for years. That was a sort of a chugging little left hand going like this. And when I finally got it, I remember one day I played for hours. Couldn't stop, and people were talking to me like, maybe you'd like to join me, Pete and Chris, would you? Just for a moment, just go on, just drummer. Yes. Where's Pete? Has he gone for Pete? I could never get out of that style, and I just love it, play it to this day. And I remember Errol Garner came down a club where I was playing once, and I spilt a bottle of Coke over the middle range of the piano, and the whole bloody thing stuck. And there I was playing at the extremes of the keyboard, wanting to impress this man whom I love more than anything in the world, and I couldn't touch the middle of the keyboard. Anyway, I did actually, before I did the piano, I wanted to be a violinist more than anything in the world. And
you still play the violin?
Oh, my mouth's gone all dry. Well, I haven't actually for a while. A friend of mine gave me a violin a couple of years ago, but I haven't, not a couple of years ago, a couple of months ago, but I haven't really sort of got into it. Maybe I should I have a little go at something? Yes. I'm really very bad, but I do love it. Can I borrow one of the orchestra's fiddles? Yes. The Guarnerius, please. This ain't yours, is it? Oh, no. No, this is no good. This is no good. It's only got 4 strings. I normally play a 16-string violin. I know, yes, I have a bit of music over here. Follow the movement. In my bag, I've got the air on the G string, or air on the jock strap, which they call it in California. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Where's it gone? I got it. Oh, it's all gone wrong. Oh dear. Oh, this is magic, isn't it? Can you close in on this when you're searching through the bag? It's really... Oh, this is history. This is history. Well, I buggered that up. You don't have it there, do you? Oh, yes, good Lord. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, that's all fine. Yeah. I only need the 1 string, really. Thank you very much indeed. Right. This is, I don't know why I'm trying this one, because it's really, it's all on the G string, and it's very hard, makes your arm ache. Right, well, just play a few bars of this. I mean, we can cut this down to a bare minimum, can't we? Right, here we go. Oh, I'll play 1 degree better than that, right. I haven't got enough bow for this. Oh, blimey. I love it, though, I love it. Oh, I made that one. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Christ. Thank you so much, thank you. Now, let me take that back to you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Yes. Well, you see, I don't know.
I've got a question.
Yes?
Why did you give up the violin?
Well, actually, I was thinking of taking it up again because I do love it, but maybe there's now I don't feel there's as much at stake. I'll probably do more just for fun. I had an unfortunate experience in about 1954. I joined a jazz band, the Vic Lewis Jazz Band. You here tonight, Vic? No, I didn't think so. Just that laugh from the grave. Oh yes. We went to America. We went around all the GI camps, and I stayed there for a while, and came back, and I said I want to do revue and cabaret. That's what I really want to do. And I did a week of revue and cabaret in Manchester, following wrestling and striptease, and trying to play sort of satirical pieces, you know, based on Schubert and Gabriel Fauré, and it didn't go down too well. But then I was able to use that sort of stuff finally in Beyond the Fringe, which was really my only contribution to that show, the musical side. And in fact, I think I'd just like to air a couple of those pieces from the Fringe, a couple of the favourite things that really started at Oxford and finished in Beyond the Fringe. The first one was sort of a very brief satire on Franz Schubert, and is called Die Flabbergast.
Ich meine uns der Fahrt die Flabbergast und Schwein uns divine and hence. Meine so wie den Spider, meine so wie den Spider, meine so wie Spider's vor. Ist bei ein. Meine uns der Fahrt die Flabbergast und Schwein uns divine and hence. Meine so wie den Spider, meine so wie den Spider, meine so wie Spider's vor. Ist bei
In fact, I'm remembering that with Anthony Page here, my director friend from Magdalen, that I used to do those things in between the acts in the plays we were doing. And anyway, by the time Beyond the Fringe came, I remember I didn't have a piece that I could really do, you know, as a solo. And the night before, I really was pressed, and I had to sort of go for the very obvious thing. And I thought, well, I'll have to get a very well-known tune and do it in the style of, say, somebody very well-known like Beethoven or Bach. And out of it came this rather strange piece. Oh, I've forgotten it now. It's making the strings rattle. I think we'll end now with a piece of rather distinguished music which you may recognize.
Now's the time to say goodbye. Now's the time to yield a sigh. Now's the time to wend our way. Until we meet again some sunny day. Goodbye, goodbye, we're leaving you, Skilly now. Goodbye, we wish fond goodbye.